What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ja Hoops, and I'm back with another video. I know the scenery a little different. Just excuse the scenery. I'm at work at the moment. We officially have the Paul George news. Paul George is officially a 76er alongside Tyrese Maxey, alongside Joel Embiid. Okay, so now we have a new formidable team in the East. In Philly. Philly got what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? They've been eyeing Paul George, honestly, since the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Since the Clippers fell out the playoffs, I've been hearing Paul George to 76ers rumors. Now, I know my last video literally says that Paul George going to the Warriors. There's a lot of noise about Paul George going to the Warriors. Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and even Steve Kerr was on board of trading for Paul George. The Warriors offered a package of CP3, Wiggins, some picks, and I think even like Moody or something. They had like 3 players in the package for Paul George. And I guess the Clippers didn't want to trade Paul George to the Warriors, which is pretty smart. You know, it's pretty smart for the Clippers to do that. You know, I wouldn't trade Paul George to a rival team. You know what I'm saying? The Clippers look at the Warriors as a rival. They're in the same conference. Well, probably not necessarily a rival, but you know, the Warriors is another formidable team in the same conference as them. I'm pretty sure they didn't want to give their second best player to, you know, a very good team in the same conference. They got Steph Curry, and they've been looking to, you know, add somebody alongside Steph Curry. So I was pretty bummed out to see that he didn't sign a trade to the Warriors, because I thought that was his best choice. You know what I'm saying? But he's officially alongside Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. We all know that Joel Embiid is an MVP candidate every year now. He's going to average his 30, 12. You know what I'm saying? Joel Embiid is a monster on offense. But now that they add Paul George, it makes it easier for Joel Embiid on defense, easier for Tyrese Maxey on defense. They also re-signed Tyrese Maxey to a 5-year, $204 million deal. So Tyrese Maxey is there to stay as their point guard. And their starting lineup looking kind of scary, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris just signed a 2-year deal with Detroit. So Tobias Harris is going back to Detroit to help them young boys out. And Philly looking pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They just picked up Andre Drummond too for a backup center. They picked up somebody else too. I just can't pin my nail on it. They also re-signed my boy Kelly Oubre. So the Philly 76ers is just doing everything they really need to do. Is, you know, Philly just doing everything they need to do to have some good role players around Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Paul George. And I'll be honest, this team is actually a sleeper. Like, this team can make it out the East if they the most healthy, and you know, maybe injuries happen. I ain't gonna say that this team can't beat a fully healthy Boston, because we don't know yet, but I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Just Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they pretty deep over there. New York made some additions with Mikal Bridges, so like the East is kind of competitive. You know what I'm saying? So I do think Paul George going to Philly makes them better. It's just all about health. You know what I'm saying? We all know that Paul George be out in the playoffs. We all know that Joel Embiid being out of the playoffs. So hopefully these two guys can find a way to stay healthy enough to make it to the postseason together and handle business. They got a premier scorer, premier defender in Paul George. I know that the Clippers, like they folded with this one. You know what I'm saying? If I was the Clippers, I know you don't want them necessarily to go to the Warriors, but you can make the Warriors worse by taking stuff from them. You could have did a sign and trade. You know what I'm saying? They could have did a sign and trade with the Warriors, got some pieces back for PG, or even did a sign and trade to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Get some pieces back, get Tobias Harris, get some stuff. But I guess they didn't want nothing in free agency. They just wanted PG to walk, so they allowed PG to walk for nothing. PJ walked. And they announced it yesterday, a little before he signed with the 76ers. They announced that he will be leaving. Like like Paul George and his agent told the Clippers, we not coming back. So they put out something. Woj put out something yesterday saying that Paul George and his agent let the Clippers know that he will not be returning to LA. So after that, I knew all my tuition was true. Like, I knew that he was not coming back to the Clippers. It's been 5 years. They haven't done much. They haven't even made it to the Western Conference Finals, I don't think. And they're always injured in the playoffs. They never could get it done. In the years that they could have got it done, they just folded. Like that bubble year when Denver came back 3-1 on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just many years where, you know, they just didn't, you know, handle business. They traded for James Harden this season from Philly. That's the crazy part. They traded James Harden from Philly to LA to make this big three of Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and James Harden. I guess PG didn't really like it. PG didn't like, I just don't think PG was comfortable. Like, in a lot of the games when you see PG, Kawhi, Harden, it just didn't look like PG was comfortable offensively. So I think he's going somewhere now where he could be Is PG your legitimate? I don't know. That's actually a good question. Is PG your legitimate second option now? Because he has a bigger contract. Wait, he don't got a bigger contract than Tyrese Maxey, but I don't know, man. What y'all think down below? Y'all let me know down below in the comments if Tyrese Maxey or PG is the second option. I would say down the stretch, give the ball to PG. You know what I'm saying? PG has shown us many times that he's clutch. But honestly, any three of those guys could be the number one any given night. Like, Tyrese Maxey has been getting so much better as a young guard. Been dropping 30 pieces. He's been going off. You know what I'm saying? He's an offensive threat. And obviously Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid. We just need Joel Embiid to stay healthy. And we need Joel Embiid to be he need to be fit. You know what I'm saying? We need Joel Embiid to be fit. He didn't make this season right here his best season because he has Paul George alongside of him. This is probably his best chance to a championship. I don't think Joel Embiid ever had a team this good. Like, you could probably sit at that Jimmy Butler team with JJ Redick and Ben Simmons was pretty good, but I think this team right here could do something because Tyrese Maxey, PG, Joel Embiid, like, that team sound kind of fire. And then they got some role players like Kelly Oubre, like I said, Kelly Oubre. Oh yeah, that's what they signed. They also signed Eric Gordon. They got Eric Gordon from the Suns. We all know that Eric Gordon can shoot the long ball. You know what I'm saying? He can score 15 for you any given night off the bench. So, you know what I'm saying? If you ask me, Philly looking real good. I'll probably put Philly. I want to pit Philly over New York, but New York just got a lot more defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, New York is just a little more deeper. They did lose Isaiah Hartenstein, but I think Philly can play with anybody now. I got Philly over Milwaukee though. I ain't gonna lie. If Philly is like fully healthy, they could dang near beat Milwaukee. I know Giannis is crazy, but Joel Embiid crazy too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Joel Embiid, Giannis kind of even out. And then you got PG and Dame. And then after that, it's like, come on, Tyrese Maxey got it over Middleton. But I don't know. You know, like I said, I don't really know how to rank Philly right now because they got injury-prone good players. Like, their roster is very good, but they're injury-prone. They're kind of older. Like, you look at guys like Eric Gordon, he is getting older. Kelly Oubre got a lot to bring to the table defensively, offensively. He's like a good utility player in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Athletic. Eric Gordon can knock down some threes. Joel Embiid gonna get his 30, 12. Tyrese Maxey gonna get his 20 to 25. And PG is PG. You know what I'm saying? PG probably got the most smoothest game in the game. You know what I'm saying? PG is so smooth with the rock. Very good shot creator. Shoot the mid-range, shoot the long ball. He probably like one of the most complete players in the NBA. That's why a lot of these up-and-coming guys like Brandon Miller says that PG is their GOAT because he can do everything on the court. He does everything that you want to do on a basketball court. Plays defense, pass the ball. He can do everything. So I like PG going to 76ers, but I would prefer him to go to the Warriors. It was talks about Orlando. I couldn't see PG going to Orlando. It just didn't make sense. They're not a contender like Philly, so I'm happy for PG. You know what I'm saying? We did see PG and Joel Embiid get on ESPN together during the finals. That was kind of my indicator right there. Like, okay, PG going to Philly is like a real thing. So now we can call my boy Philly P. My boy Philly P is officially a 76er. You guys, let me know down below in the comments how you feel about the trade. Not the trade, but how you feel about the signing of PG going to Philly. Let me know how y'all feel about the signing, and let me know how y'all feel about the 76ers in general. Like, how y'all feel about them as a team. I think they're a true contender. They're a top. They definitely a top 3 or top 4 team in the East now. When you look at Boston, you look at New York, you look at Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? So, you guys let me know down below in the comments how you feel about the new Philadelphia 76ers with Paul George. I like the trade. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, do me a favor, smack that like button. Leave me a comment on what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one. You dig?